Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing pensions in the context of Thai visa extension. And there was a recent letter sent to the post bag of the Bangkok Post. This was published in the print edition of the Bangkok Post, December 19th of 2020. Quoting directly, why does immigration refuse to, and this is under the title Immigration Games, and it was sent in by Farang's Anonymous. Quoting directly, why does immigration refuse to accept notifications from government agencies and or insurance companies that clearly state bona fide payments to recipients on a yearly basis? I am talking about Social Security payments, government pensions, as well as private pension payments. Stated requirements say they are perfectly acceptable as a proven source of income. Well, let's start with, what do you mean when you're saying stated requirements? It's something on a website? Possibly. But from our understanding and the way that the Thai attorneys in our firm have told me that the interpretation of the law is it's one document that could be used as, in some ways of reading the regulations that I've been told, that could be used as one example of support documentation. But it in and of itself is not dispositive. And the thing to remember about this is we are talking about, this would be in a foreign language possibly, so we're talking about pension, government pension from a government not Thailand. Thai government pensions, I can tell you, or documentation related to income in Thailand, for example, work permit documentation, all of that is readily acceptable by Thai immigration. A, it's in Thai, and B, it's issued by the Thai government. If it's issued by an overseas government or private corporation related to the pension, I can see where that may not be viewed by Thai immigration authorities as the best evidence that they could come up with, because A, again, it may be in a foreign language and they may want to see some sort of certified translation, and B, we're talking about the Thai government here. They cannot verify the proof of that pension. And this became a real issue when we were talking about income letters associated with retirement visas. And that fell by the wayside some years back. It's now been about 2 years ago that the U.S. Embassy, for example, and the U.K. Embassy stopped issuing what were called income verification letters, proof of income letters, income affidavits, I sometimes refer to it as that, in response to, or in regard to retirement visas. People would go to the embassy, fill out a letter, have it notarized, and then that would be used in support of one's retirement visa. Well, that went out the window dealing with the issue of veracity, whether or not they could prove that up, if it could be verified readily by the Thai government. And the governments involved with the notarization process, notably the US and UK in this case, said, yeah, we're not attesting to the veracity of the statement, we're just simply notarizing the signature. And that is where the Thai government stopped accepting that documentation as proof of income. I think what we're seeing here with respect to pension is something very similar, where these are documents that are issued by a foreign government, and Thai immigration can't readily test the veracity. They can't see if it's true. And for this reason, unfortunately, you're seeing a situation where they're not allowing that documentation to be usable as proof for purposes of visa extension. Again, they tend to like to default to bank statements. That's always been our experience, is if you're dealing with a lump sum deposit or you're dealing with income, it could be a pension income, they want to see a bank statement showing from a Thai bank account, a Thai bank book specifically, that money is regularly coming in of the amount that meets the requirements for visa extension pursuant to the regulations pertaining to either a retirement visa or a marriage visa here in the Kingdom of Thailand.